Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome everybody. I'm doing something a little new for me that I haven't done before. I am going to be making some kind of shabby snippets, but normally when I've done it before I use either, just material or, fabric and lace and, trim and stuff like that, or I use just paper. This time I'm going to do a little bit of both, just to make it a little bit more interesting, and I'm really going to make it more in thinking of tabs, something that you would put on the end of a journal, on the page, but a little bit more decorative. So that's kind of what we're going to do today, and part of my emphasis on doing this today is going to be using up things that I have. You're going to hear that theme from me a lot, and I have a feeling that a lot of people feel the same way I do. When you reorganize your craft room and go through everything, you realize, oh my gosh, I have a plethora of all this stuff that I need to start using up. And so that's kind of going to be my theme today and probably for quite a while. So it's going to be, use your stash, which, I have my Stash Buster Sundays, but I think every day is going to be a Stash Buster, because I just really have to start using some of this, sharing some of it, selling some of it. Something has to give. All right, so what I'm going to use today is I have all different kinds of papers here that I'm going to use, and I'm kind of going to stay a little neutral, and I might go a little bit pink later on, but I think today I'm going to start doing neutral just because that's what I have coming up. So, and you can adapt this style to anything that you want, just add your own bits and pieces. And so I'm going to be using, these are all kind of a cardstock weight, or I have some vellum that I might use. I have some corrugated cardboard, a heavier, stronger weight, or a stronger paper. This is just this is from scrapbook paper. This is just some cardstock paper that I have that's printed on, and this one too. So anyway, that, and on top of that, I have my whole big, this is my big thing of all my scraps, and I will use some of those. I got to take some of this out of the way, or I probably won't be able to see anything else. But I have all kinds of stuff in here, and it's overflowing, so I have got to start using that up a little bit. And then for my fabric, I have this box. It sits by my desk. I have one kind of little box that I use, that I just throw all my scraps in, my material, my lace, my trim, whatever. And every once in a while I go through and I divide them up. This is kind of all my neutral stuff that I threw in there. This is my pinkish kind of stuff, and then this is kind of my brighter kind of colored stuff. Well, as you can see, it's just about overflowing. So I am going to try my best to use a lot of this up today. And here, matter of fact, you can see this. Here is a piece of a snippet. I don't know why specifically it's in there. And this is kind of how I used to do before. And then I would put that on the end of a page and use it as a tab, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm going to do now is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit lighter, and it's, like I said, it's going to be a combo of both. So to start with, what I'm going to do is I am going to take, like here we have this scrap piece of paper, and I am going to, depends on how big I want to make it. Now here's the thing, if you have a page, let me just kind of show you here. and you want to put it on the end of your page, do you want it to go all the way down? Do you want it to go just a portion of the way? I want it to be kind of like a tab. So you would have this, and then you know, have it just sitting on the end of the page, and you have different ones at different levels. I really love that look, and that's kind of what I'm going for. So what I'm going to do is I am going to probably do this. Let's see, how big is this? About 1.5 inches. Okay, and my point in here, I'm going to do it over here. Let me do it here. And I'm actually going to, this is the base of everything. I'm going to build everything off of this. So let's see how far I want. I would really say about 1.5 inches. You want enough of this to put on your page, okay? But you also, let's see how, yeah, that's just approximately about it. And that's an approximate, guys. But you want enough. Here, I need another. I don't even have, I should have got a journal out instead of doing this. Let me actually find a piece of real paper here, and I will show you. So, as I said, you could have it going all the way down your page. You could have it a portion, okay? I'm going to make these so that they are probably about half of this, just because I want to be able to put different pieces different places. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tear this edge. Actually, I'd rather have it a little bit more torn, kind of like that, and then like that. So I will go ahead and make it on this piece, and what will happen is if I need it smaller, then I will cut it later. And I'm going to go ahead and just take different papers. Let me get my ink out. Oh, here, I'll just use this. Oh, let me get this out too. I like to use this when I ink, then I don't have to have it all over. And I'm just going to ink the edges of this because part of the edges will show, and I'm just using vintage photo here. So I am just going to take this and kind of go like that on the edges. And that adds to the overall look. If you don't want to do that, you certainly don't have to. But okay, and then here I have some music paper, and I can ink that up a little bit too if I want. And I'm randomly just picking things up, so it doesn't really, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my, I have a Scotch permanent glue stick. I'm going to use that. And I will be using some art glitter glue too, but, and how, see how I have that one kind of hanging off the side a little bit? That's why you don't want to be too thick or too wide on your first piece. You want to have stuff to be able to hang off of it. Let's see what other pieces I have. And this is totally random. I have no idea what's in here. So, okay, I like the color of this, but I want it to be a little bit more kind of random. So I'm probably going to just do that. And maybe, I love the look of that. I think I'm going to put that on this edge. It's almost like just collaging on a strip. So, and if stuff hangs off, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You can always cut it later if it's not the size you want. But I want a very random look, so I'll probably tear that at the edge. I think I want that a little bit more random on top. Okay. Let's see if I want to put anything else on there. Maybe I want to put a little bit of, I've got this tiny piece of doily. I could put that over there, or I could put it down here. I think I'm going to put it over here. And I'm just going to put that there and let it hang off the side a little. And it can also hang down the bottom. It doesn't really matter. Okay. We could put more there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to work with that. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to get out my little this is where it gets kind of messy, so I have no idea what I'm going to use. I could take that to start and put that on there. And then I could put some other pieces with it. I don't want to overpower everything that's on there so much that you can't see it. So let's see. Maybe I'll put just this. Let's see how that looks. And as I said, these are just little pieces. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then let's see what else. I don't know. It's a little bit too dark. And I'm not opposed to, you know, getting other things out that are not scraps. I don't have a problem with that, except for the fact I just have so many of these. I don't know if I like that. That's too much. So I think I'm just going to do that. And I am going to just glue stick this down because I am intending, I'm going to probably sew that. So I am going to put that right here, and I'm not putting it on there perfectly because I don't want it perfectly. And let me just snip the edge right there. Of course, again, you can let that hang down if you want. There we go. And then let me see what else. I really do want something else in there. I don't know if I want just eyelash trim or if I want some of this in there. I think that looks pretty cool. And I will just take some of my glue stick and put that on there. And I'm going to kind of crumple it up as I go. And I will likely just sew right down this piece right here. Oh, stick, stick, stick. I could take my hot glue or something and do that, but I don't want to do that because I want to go in my little, I want to be able to put it in my machine. All right. I do like that, but I hope it sticks long enough so I can sew it. There we go. Get that to stay down a little bit. And then I will probably put this down. And that is so simple. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just stick it. Hopefully it sticks down good enough for me to just run it through my machine. And it will. Usually it does. I mean, I know this isn't going to be permanent, but anyway, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that off to the side and let it dry a little bit completely. And we're going to work on the next one. I need to move some of this material over. I'm going to put it off to the side because I do not have enough room on my desk to sort through it. Okay, so let's try another one. And let's see here. We can use this paper. I love this. I have no idea where I got it, but if I could buy more, I would. I've already got kind of messed up over here, so why don't I just do that? And I'm doing it about the same size, but it's a little bit shorter. And again, I think I'm going to do that just so that it's, I don't want it to be all square and perfect. I want it kind of off. something like that. And oh, excuse me, let me get something to drink. My allergies are really bad. I've been taking my allergy stuff and it is helping. It's keeping me breathing, but it's just still, it's a tough time of year for me. All right, so let me put that in there. All right, let's look in my pile of stuff. And of course I've got, and this too is a great way. I just thought of it as I'm pulling these pieces out, to use those, those really brittle pieces that you have, that you really can't use, as a page. And if you have all those little pieces laying around, okay, I'll do it that way. It doesn't matter if it's upside down or not. Trust me, nobody's going to be able to tell. Okay, so I think I am, even though this is very old, I'm going to ink it a little bit just to have that on the edge. So I'm going to put that there. So anyway, I love having these. They're great. They decorate a page. So let's say you've got a page that you really don't have anything on it, but you want a little bit of a decoration. These are great for stuff like that. All right, let's see what else I have in here. I've got this music paper. That's not long enough. Let me see if I can find another one that's longer. Here we go. Let's try that. Okay, but I don't want it to be overly straight or perfect, so I'm going to have to rip this. The hard part about ripping small pieces is that you have to really hold down tight, and if it's a very brittle, this is very old paper, so I think I'm going to put some of that here. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. I'm going to put that right there. And then yeah, I love that. I think I like that. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of rip that and rip that. So I like that. And also, if I can find any, I don't have any in there. Let me see. One thing I love doing, if I can find it, it's probably in this one. I love using like brown paper bag. That is great to use. I have two different kinds here. Get some white out. Let me see. See if I can find some other stuff that I might want to use in here. This works good too. Script. Anything that you might normally use like in a collage, you may want to use in this because it will work. Okay, so let me put that aside. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of this bag. It's a kind of a lighter weight one. Just tear it. And let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, I love that. I just love that right there. That's perfect right there. So I am going to just put this. I don't know why this is hard to tear. It shouldn't be, but it is. Okay, so I'm going to put this right behind that like that. But I want to ink that a little bit. So let's just do that. And put some glue on the back. I'm going to put that probably about right there. Yeah, I want that a little bit smaller. Move it right back. So I want that a little bit more torn. All right, so that just adds a little bit more character to it. And then we're going to go ahead and put something on that. So let's see, I've got this. I don't know if I want something a little bit longer. I have so many little pieces, it's ridiculous. Kind of crazy how much I have. I really need to just do some fabric snippets too. Okay, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Except for the top needs to be not so square. So I'm going to kind of cut that a little bit. Yeah, I like that. So that will go right there. And the trick to doing this to me is just don't think about it. Just do it. Just put stuff on there, glue it down, and move on. Otherwise, if you really think about it as much as I would, otherwise, you'll be here all day. So let's see what I can put in the middle there. I do have this piece, and it is a little different, so maybe we'll do that, and I think that's all I'm going to put. So we are going to go straight down the middle with my glue stick, and I always find the part I want down and then just start gluing. So, and again, this isn't meant to be permanent. If you want to not sew, then I would use like 3-in-1 or fabric tack, or art glitter glue does glue stuff down. Okay, that's that one. So let's see, let's do another one. I have this paper. This is like an off-print paper that I had that, you know, it's a great way too to use all of your like mistakes that you have, because you only need little pieces. So this isn't torn at all, so I'm going to have to start from scratch here. And I want to do, you know, the bad thing about using up all your little bits, you can make more little bits, so that's the bad part. And this is, like I said, a little thicker cardstock. The reason I do that is that I want it to be a tab at the end of the page, and I want something that is, you know, reasonably sturdy, because I will glue that down. So you could use paper that's not that sturdy and it will still work. When I make my snippet rolls, I usually put it on like a ribbon or something like that as my, you know, my first layer, and then sew it on. On these, I will probably just glue them on the edge. Okay. All right, let's see here. On this one, I'm going to use a little bit of this. This is just, again, a paper bag. And I always, if I make a mistake, or, well, even if I don't, I just make sure I don't throw those away. I use them. Go ahead and just rip that so I can get a piece off of there. So I want to, I think I'm going to tear this with this and see. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good piece. All right. So that I'm going to put there and then tear. So A lot of times when I do this, I don't even tear it on it. I want that back a little bit more. Leave it over just a tiny bit. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear that a little bit. Yeah, I don't do all my final tearing until I get it, you know, where I think I want it situated, like that, see? Okay, and then, I don't know why it wants to curl so much. Again, I've got this piece right here. Let me do that. I think that would be good. And I'm just randomly picking this stuff up and going as fast as I can. Not even putting any thought into it. And that's how you can get a bunch of these made. But I'm telling you, if you start thinking, you're not going to get anything done. Do I want that over there? I think I do. I want it on the side. There we go. And then I'm probably going to just kind of rip that a little bit, put a little bit more ink on it. There we go. A little ink on that side. All right. I don't know if I want to put anything else on that. Let's see. A little bit of diction. I really don't want to piecemeal it up too much. I think I'm going to leave that the way it is. And let's see what I have here. I've got this kind of white piece here. Actually, it needs something wider, I think. In my head, it does. Okay, that's kind of pretty. Yeah, I like that. I think I'll do that. Now, I mean, I could go to my lace and trim and all that and pull out other stuff, because I have enough of that too, but I really do want to use all these little pieces. Because I have got to get these stashes down. I just do. They are just so overwhelming to me right now. Okay, and then I really don't like it kind of squared at the top. I want it to look like it's kind of torn and been there a while, you know. That's my goal. And then on this one, yeah, that would be pretty. Why don't you just do that? So I hope everybody is having a good weekend, or going to have one planned, because I love holidays, because I hardly ever get to see my sons have a life, and they don't come all that often, but usually, they usually all come for holidays, so I get to see them, except for my son in Colorado. And he actually was going to come for Easter, and then my other son decided at the last minute, because his ski pass was going to expire, that he was going to go visit him. So that's, I'm going to be down 2 of them. Let me try. Oh, this will be something different. Let's try this piece. I love this. All right, let's see here. Somehow I had folded this for something. I don't know what I was going to use it for, but I was, so I might as well just do it on the fold line. I'm going to do it all the way down, and I'll just take where it's folded there. Yeah, I have no idea what I was, who knows, right? Okay, so let's see here. Got this little dictionary page here. Let's just do that. I'm going to go ahead and just tear it with my fingers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to do with that. Who knows? All I know is every time I collage and stuff to try and get rid of stuff, I end up with more. So it's like, all right, whatever. I don't know. I do think that there does come a point where I'm going to have to definitely just kind of say, all right, I'm going to have to throw something away because I cannot just keep everything anymore. Let me just do that a little bit on the edge. All right, I am going to put this over here. And that's just going to kind of go right there. And then on this, let's see. What other stuff do I have? Got this music paper. Maybe. Oh, I've got so much stuff under here, guys. Let's see here. Got some parchment paper. Let's try that. I'm going to do this for underneath. Might as well do it all the way down because I might use it for something else. All right. So I think I'm going to put the parchment paper right over here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of rip that. Rip this. And I don't know which way I'm going to do it. Let's see. That looks good. I think that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to put the parchment paper down. And that's one other reason to use your glue stick if you don't want all your pieces all the way down. I don't like them glued down all the way. I do want this torn a little bit though. I am going to tear that a little with my fingers. If you want that rough edge and then it kind of sticking up a little, then just, glue it toward the middle and sew it later, and then you'll have that nice rough edge like this. So see how that kind of, so then I would, probably just sew down here. I think that needs to be shorter, and then that's that one. And so what will happen is you'll have that edge kind of sticking up. All right, and then I do have this. I might just put that there and call it a day on that because I don't know. I don't know what else I want to put on there. I don't know. I have so many small pieces, and that's where making the snippet rolls come in. But these are kind of longer, and you could put shorter pieces on there. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's how that's going to go. And I think I want it. Which way? Is there a right way and a wrong way on this? I don't know. I'm going to do it longer than what, I need it, and then cut it. I don't like it usually to be perfectly sized. And then I'm going to put this down the middle. There we go. And this has been coffee dyed, so it looks a little, not real white, but you could definitely use white. All right, so that's that one. I like that too. So we've made a few of them so far. I like all of them. Let's do, shall I try a few with some pink in it? And I'm still going to do mainly neutral, but I'm just going to add little touches of pink just to you know, show you what that looks like. So let me try, you know what, I'm going to do one more neutral one, and then I think I'm going to do a pink one. I'm going to do that because I have something in mind for that. I'm going to do that. Try not to make too big a mess, because then I can't find anything. So let's just go there, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I don't want it too wide. All right. And do that. There we go. Yeah, I really wanted to use this piece of paper, so I'll do one more neutral one. I'm lacking long pieces. I have a bunch of short pieces, is what my problem is. Okay, let's look here. Boy, oh boy, just don't have any. Oh, how about if I use that? No. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Found a couple at the bottom of the barrel, of course, right? So, let me see about this. I may have to actually piece this together. I can get more pieces, trust me. I've got plenty of paper up there. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to put that right there. And then maybe I've got this dictionary page. And I'll do, let's try that. This is so brittle. Yeah, I probably shouldn't try and tear it on that side, because it is really super brittle. Yeah, I could do that. I want to tear that. It's a little bit wide. All right, I'm going to put that underneath there. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do something a little different here. Let's try. Oh, I know, I just saw it. Where did it go? This on the other side. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Move it over a tiny bit. There we go. All right, a little bit more glue. Then I'm going to tear it. And I'm going to kind of roll it a little bit. And that gives it kind of a interesting. I'll put a little bit of this on there. That corner is a little bit too I made it worse, so there we go, that's better. All right, I like that. Now let's see, I might want to put that back there. I don't know, I don't want to cover that much of it up, so I'm gonna have to maybe do this a little less. Ooh, I didn't want that to happen. See, it is very, very brittle paper, so I'm going to have to kind of move it down a little bit. It may not work because it is just too brittle. And then a little bit down here. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll use that one. It's already kind of messed up a little bit. And then I want to put something behind there. And I thought I'm looking for my piece of doily that I had sitting out here a minute ago, and now it disappeared. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so that's what I want. I want that. Yeah. I don't want it too much. Probably like about there. So I need to probably tear this about right here. There we go. So that is going to go probably about right there. I can put some glue and then just kind of, I do want more on the bottom sticking out though, but maybe I'll just have to put another piece. Put some down there. Yeah. Just want a little bit more down there. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Really like that. Really like that. I think that turned out perfect. All right, so now I got to put something in the middle. And I saw a piece earlier that I wanted to use. Oh, let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is a little bit thicker piece, so it's going to cover some in the middle. But I am going to kind of cut that randomly strange in here and just see how that looks. And maybe cut some of that off the top and see how that looks. Yeah, cut more off. All right. And then, or do I want it that way? It looks kind of better that way, I think. Yeah, definitely that way. Okay. This is a little thicker piece, so I have to put that on there. Glue that on. And hold that there, and then I think on that one, do I want to put that? I don't know. That's kind of a cool color, but I don't know. I don't know. I've got this other material. Maybe I can put I don't know if this, no, I don't like the color of that. As I said, I could definitely go in my stash, but I'm trying not to cheat. So let's see. I don't know. It covers up too much of that. Let's see what else we have. Let's see here, guys. Do I want to do that again? I don't know. I don't know. It hasn't hit me. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I found something. Here we go. Here's a little bit of this gauze. I like that. Okay, let me see if I can get a piece that'll work. This is that really, really, I love this gauze. Every time I buy it, I never, you know, I'll buy it and I don't know which kind I'm going to get. And I use both types, you know, the really thin weave or like this, and then the, you know, a little bit thicker. And I like them both for different things, but yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. And let's just kind of do that in the middle. I don't want it straight though. I just want it a little bit more messed up. All right, like that. I'm gonna have to just kind of cut that a little. Cut that a little. All right, so that's the end of my neutral ones. I'm going to do just a few pink ones, just so that people can see that you can do it in either one. Let's see here. I've got this paper here, and we're going to go ahead and do it. Let me do it here, like here. And I'm just guesstimating on the, you know, the size, guys, so it's not an exact science. Let me see here. I don't think I have any pieces here. Oh, maybe I have a few. Hold on. Hold on. I do have a few. Of course, that one's blue. That's neutral. It's just sitting here going, ah. I'm hoping I don't have to go and look. But I might. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, here's a good one. There's one. Let me see. I don't know. But I just have that one. So let's see here. I have another stash up here of stuff I can use, but I just don't want to make it too complicated. Okay, so I can put that up there and move that down there. I don't really have enough there to mess with. I'm going to have to kind of do that. And then I'm going to have to kind of go like that. And I'm only just doing it to add a little color. Just a little bit, not a lot. This is like a scrap of the worn wallpaper from Tim Holtz. So I'm going to do that. And I don't want to just put a straight edge on there, and I don't really have enough to tear. All right. And then I think I need that messed up a little bit more. All right. We will do both of these. I am going to tear that a little bit. And tear that a little bit. And we'll go like that. Put a little bit too much there, but that's okay. All right. Put some on there. All right, so we're going to do that maybe on this side. Yeah, and then maybe a little bit more. Or I could go like that. Could do like that, and then I could go over here. Right, I'll do that. We'll do that. We'll see if it works out. Who knows? Who knows? It's just paper. I hear people all the time talking about how they're afraid to do certain things, and it just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's paper, guys. It's paper and paint or whatever, ink, whatever it is you're using. It's nothing critical that you need to worry about. So, all right. Oh gosh. Alright, now I'm going to add a little pink. Gonna add a little pink, 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 pink. I put that behind or on it, or how am I going to do that? All right, let's see here. I am going to and I'm going to use some of this pink for on the outside too. Okay. And I know I tore it crooked, and I did that on purpose as far as this part goes. I'm tearing everything crooked in case you haven't noticed. Yeah. I'll put that right there. Or do I want it right there? Maybe I want it right there. I think I like it right there. Let's do that. Right? All right. And then here. All right. Then, oh gosh, I don't know. A little different than the other ones. I don't know what I'm going to put on there. That may be part of my issue in doing this, is I've kind of made it a little bit too long, I think. So I do think it's easier to do the shorter ones. Let's see here. That seems a little bit too purple. Yeah, let me try this piece first and see what it looks like. I may cut the whole thing down. I don't know. It just seems a little long to me, but okay, I'm going to do this and kind of, and I do think, I don't know which side I want to do. I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit, just a little bit, because I want it a little bit shorter. Yeah. Let me do this a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I do want it a little bit shorter, because I don't, when I have these on a page, I don't want it to take over, you know, the whole page. It's kind of like a accent. I want it to be more like a tab than like a trim that goes on the edge of a page. Yeah, I like that, except the bottom doesn't look the way I want it to, so let's try that. Don't like the top. So let's do that. I like that. Okay. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of other trim on there, kind of a whitish type trim or something. Maybe some seam binding. Yeah, that looks okay. I like that. Let's do that. And I love having it all kind of messed up and kind of going down there, and sometimes it's kind of hard to do it with the glue stick, but it does, you know, you just kind of have to work with it to get it. Like this is not as scrunched up as I would like it. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes it's easier just to do it with your glue. You know, you're like 3-in-1 or fabric tack, or I'll tell you what works really good on that is oh, what's it called? The tacky glue. But I'm going to sew all these and show you what they look like, because I don't have a lot of time to let them dry. And when I do tacky glue, I really do let it dry, because I don't want it all gunking up my machine. So alright, you don't want to stay down, do you? There we go. Plus, too, my hands are getting sticky, so when that starts happening, you're pulling stuff off. I like how that turned out. I'm going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to do one more pinkish one. Or maybe I'll do a bluish one. How about that? I don't even know if I have anything to go with blue. I do have a bag for blue somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I think I put it in a blue ephemera bag. Let me see. Right, we'll do pink. How about that? Let me see if I can find anything else that I can use. Oh, I like that. How about that? Let's use that. How about that, guys? Use that. Let's see, time-wise, what we're at. Yeah, this is going to definitely... That's already kind of the size we need, huh? So let's do... I don't know. Make sure we incorporate that flower, because I like it. And go like that. Maybe go like that. Oop, I didn't mean to tear it like that. There we go. All right. Yeah, I like that. We'll try that. So anyways, these work great on a page. They really do. So it does use up your scraps, and you're using a little bit of paper, a little bit of, you know, other stuff. I don't know if I want to put that on there. I might. Okay, let me look. I don't know what I have in here, so okay, this will work maybe. Let's use that piece. Alright, so I'm kind of deciding as I'm going, so I don't really know what for sure I'm going to do, so we shall see. Oh, I just lost the piece I took out. There we go. Alright, let's use some other paper. This is very brittle old paper, but I absolutely love this color. So just want to make sure the words show. Alright, I'm going to use that side. I think this side looks better. This is naturally torn on there, so do we want to go this side? I don't know. This is kind of weird because I think maybe I need to tear this a little bit over here to kind of get it the way that didn't really go the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to have to make it a little shorter. Yeah, that's way better. Way better. Alright, so I'm going to put that behind there just to give it some layers. And it's a little hard to tear this because sometimes it just crumbles. So you kind of have to kind of just be careful with it. But that's what makes it really great for this stuff, because you have it kind of in a good state to work with, because it does tear easily. All right, I like that. So much for the word showing, huh? But I like the paper because the paper looks old. Well, it looks old because it is old. That's why. I've got this. And how much of that can I put over there? Let's see if I can tear this. This is another very old music paper. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to put that on the edge. Gosh, I really hate covering up any of those flowers. Maybe I'll put it on this side. Yeah, I think I might do that. I might do that. I just really love those flowers. They're, I don't know, they're so dainty. All right. And then, let me just put some glue down there. And then I think I need to just tear that a little bit. And I think I'm not going to cover up those flowers. I'm going to go ahead and put some trim on there, but I don't want it that perfect. I want it kind of cut up a little bit. So I'm going to just kind of randomly cut. I always save those little pieces because I will use them at some point. That's how I never get rid of scraps, is that I keep saving things. So I'm sure y'all are the same, but here we go. And I don't know, let's see here. I actually want it smaller than that. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. All right, so that's going to go there. Yeah, that's better. And then, let's see here. Do I want to put something else on there? Another pink. Oh, that's kind of pretty. I like that. All right, do we do it the other way? Yeah. And then kind of. All right. There we go. All right, let's do that. All right. We are going to do that. That way you can kind of see the pink through there. I didn't want to hide it all. And then I'm going to put the other pink on top of that. Right. There we go. And then, I don't know, should I put, maybe see, let's see what other things I have to put on there. Ooh. I don't want to put that on there. Well, let's just try some more of this. I think that'll be pretty because we have so much pink on there, right? Or maybe we don't put anything. Who knows? Let's see. I'll see how it looks. We will just see. I have to watch it because I would put eyelash trim on everything because I think it makes things look so shabby. But anyway. Alright, so that is the last one. So I think they turned out cool. Now I'm going to sew them and I'm going to, I'll put it on the end of this just so you can see what they look like. All right, well, you guys take care, and if I don't see you again, have a very, very nice Easter. I hope you get to do some fun things and hang out with some family and relax and eat good stuff. All right, take care, guys. Bye.